Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, race fans of all ages, shapes, and sizes, it is time to buckle up and buckle down. 55 laps of earth-shaking, ground-pounding, window-rattling action in the Sunoco Modified Division here at the 5 Mile Point Speedway. Tonight carrying an in-car camera on the live footage provided by DRTV, Brad Weaver. Weaver with the in-car camera here at the 5 Mile Point Speedway. Once again, 55 laps will be the total distance. Tire management will be key here. We had an opportunity to have a word earlier with Scott Landers. It was his opinion that experience would carry the day here for the 55th annual Heath Memorial. Ladies and gentlemen, get on your feet, light up your phones so they can see you. Here they come off turn 4. The modified division here at the 5 Mile Point Speedway on their way for 55 laps. Wave it to your favorite. You've got to have one out there. You wave to them, they wave back to you. We are set to go this time at the big tire at the exit of turn 4. Field rolling 2x2 through turn 3. RPMs begin to rise. Green flags fly and we are underway. Everybody filtering through turns 1 and 2. Brad Schaefer will show the way down the backstretch for the first time. Lap number 1 goes to Brad Schaefer in the 014 machine. Travis Smith follows him second. Glenn Knapp riding third. Jesse Klein. He's got the 4th spot with Babicek rounding out your top 5. Barry White already headed pit side with the 131 machine. Our first retiree of the evening is Barry White. Underway, 2 laps down now and 53 long laps remaining. Brad Schaefer up front. He's got a 2-car length margin over the 33 of Travis Smith. A 63 in trouble here on the front straightaway. Byron Worthing off the pace, shaking his car over there toward turn 1. And doesn't look like he's going to be able to clear the racing surface. Yellow will fly on lap 4. Looked like all the tires were up on the 63 machine, possibly a broken shock. Just 4 laps into this 55-lap Heath Memorial. We got 51 remaining. Brad Schaefer shooting out off the pole position to the early advantage, bringing Travis Smith along with him. Knapp rides in the 3rd spot with Klein 4th and Babicek 5th. Babicek now with the 5th spot, Walters 6th. Zalewski 7th. Solomon for 8th. Then you've got Matt Cole sitting 9th and Rusty Smith to round out your top 10. We'll be looking at the white flag as they come by this time. Report from the pit area is that they are feverishly working to change that shock on the 63 of Worthing. White flag waves this time. We'll be looking at a green as they come off turn 4 this time. 4 laps in, 51 remaining. Schaefer and Smith still your front row. Schaefer, the first man back to the loud pedal. Here comes Travis Smith following suit. Glenn Knapp, Jesse Klein doing side-by-side battle for 3rd and 4th. Here comes Babicek to stick his nose down on the low side. Door gets closed over there in turn 4 as everybody starts to sort things out. We go single file back through the top 5, 3 wide, battle for 5th. Babicek, Zalewski, and Brandon Walter. They head down the back straightaway. Walter's throwing the roost up against the backstretch wall. He's got the momentum off turn 4. Walter's up to 5th, working the high side of the Speedway in the early going. Schaefer comes by this time, clicking off one more lap from the lap board. Travis Smith taking a look underneath your leader. Not enough momentum there to challenge for the number 1 spot just yet. Walter still working up there on the high side of the Speedway, throwing the cushion back each lap as he continues. Gives a little bump to Glenn Knapp as they head down the back straightaway. Walter's way up in the loose stuff there in turns 3 and 4. Steve Babicek slides underneath to challenge for the 5th spot. They'll work side by side through 1 and 2. Field starting to shake out now, pretty much single file all the way around the Speedway. Still under the command of Brad Schaefer. But as we look at that battle up front, we see Travis Smith starting to inch his way closer to the back bumper of Schaefer. They'll come by this time and complete lap number 12. If we should stay green, just about 4 or 5 more laps, we'll see our leaders into lap traffic. Schaefer still holding down the number 1 position. Under pressure from Travis Smith. Jesse Klein now riding 3rd with Glenn Knapp 4th. And Carr turning around in turn 3, right in between 3 and 4. Lissa Cody, the car getting sideways and inside out in between 3 and 4. Aaliyah Geisler limping toward the pit area with the 44 machine. Left rear flat on the 44 of Geisler. The 41 of Puckett also headed pit side. Taking a look through our running order here, Justin Holland now inside the top 10, currently running in the 7th position. He started 16th, and he has been making hay early here. Alyssa Cody able to drive away. Puckett and Geisler both still in the pit area. Hearing from race control that we'll be ready to go white next time by. And there's the white flags of our head starter, Raymond Kennerup. The field will get stacked back up, racked back up. Ready to go back to green. We see Puckett's number 41 machine on the ramp over there in turn 3. He's ready to tack on as we come back to green. I believe that'll be Geisler right behind him. Yes, indeed. Green flag will fly one more time. Schaefer, he'll get the whole on Travis Smith and lead the whole field down to turn number 1. Klein 3rd, Knapp 4th. Battle for 5th is getting won by Steve Babicek. And another car off the pace. That's the 3J, Scott Landers. Slow rolling through turn number 2. Looks like a flat right rear on the 3J. Corey Cormier headed pit side as well with the 26. Hey, there's Marcy, our 50-50 seller. You want to grab those up. Be making the draw of the winning 50-50 ticket, as well as announcing the winner of the Guess the Weight of the Tire, the Binghamton Truck and Tire Center truck down there in the infield. That great big old tire on there. Contestants were supposed to guess the weight of that great big tire down there. And there's a $100 Marabido gas card on the line there, so that's a pretty nice prize. Once again, you want to grab up your 50-50 tickets. You got to be in it to win it. And how would you like to go home tonight and call yourself a winner at the 55th Annual Heath Memorial? Well, you got to get a 50-50 ticket in order to make that happen. Field getting the instructions to go double file. We'll wave the white flag next time by. $14 laps into this 55-lap affair for the Sunoco Modifieds. $2,055 awaiting the eventual winner here in 5 Mile Point Speedway Victory Lane. There's a white flag waving just as the 3J of Landers able to tack on to the rear of the field. Field beginning to coalesce there on the back straightaway. Getting that accordion effect back there. Loud pedal is back down. Schaefer firing off. 3 wide down the front straightaway. Still working 3 wide through 1 and 2. Cars tangling. That's the 43 coming to a halt there at turn 1. A 43 of Brandon Martin getting sideways. Parked there at the entrance of turn number 1. Didn't get that lap in. It's going to be a good break for Glenn Knapp as he got shuffled out of the deck and lost a couple of spots there, but we're going back to the last scored lap here on lap 14. And as per 5 Mile Point Speedway rules, when we have 2 yellow flags on the same lap, we go to a single file restart. So a single file formation as we come to green this time on lap 14. Brad Schaefer still scored as your leader. Green back out, here they come, charging off turn 4. Back underway with the Sunoco Modifieds. They will click off lap 15 as they come by this time. Schaefer still in command. Smith riding second. Klein third, Knapp fourth. Brandon Walters to round out your top 5. 6th is Justin Holland, moving up 10 spots since the drop of the green flag. And Babicek slow on the front straightaway. Couple of cars had to get evasive as Babicek was off the pace badly here on the front straightaway. I saw Brian Mady. He had to yank his machine to the left in order to avoid contact. Everybody was able to follow suit and get through clean. And a flat right rear on the Babicek ride as he heads to the pit area. So we're 15 in. or sorry, 16 in. The 43 also headed pit side now, Brandon Martin. He brought out the caution a couple laps ago for his solo spin in turn 1. Now he's in the pit area as well. Hearing from the backstretch pit area that the number 1, the S1 of Steve Babicek, shutting it down, and he is out of the 55th annual Heath Memorial. Green flag flying back over the rest of the field. A couple of shunts and bumps here mid-pack. Everybody trying to get things sorted out. Everybody sorts things out. We stay clean and green. Check out Justin Holland from the 16th starting position, now inside the top 5. Diving low on Jesse Klein, trying to get the number 3 spot away. Up front, Travis Smith right on the back bumper of your leader, Brad Schaefer. Schaefer has shown the way the full distance thus far as we click off 18 laps. Now we got another car in trouble. The 31 of Dan Solomon is off the pace. Solomon coming to a halt between turns 3 and 4. Yellow will fly once again, 18 laps in. Solomon headed to the pit area. Right rear looking pretty soft, and possibly the right rear wheel bent on that ride. Right now, your current hard charger, 280 of Justin Holland. Making a big 12 position march up from the 16th spot, now outside row 2. And the 31 heading back toward the racing surface. He'll tack on there as we go green. Whoa, Holland got shuffled out of the deck, got a piece of the outside wall here on the home stretch. Now 3 wide, we're gonna get a parking lot in turn 2. Brandon Walters is involved. The 151, Joey Colston, is involved. Can't see numbers on the other one. Looks like Glenn Knapp is into it as well. And the 00, Connor Sellers, the one all the way out back there. Scott Landers also sitting inside out. And this will get us another single file restart with having 2 yellow flags on the same lap. See the 2B of Ron Cartwright Jr. also involved in the scrum over there in turn 2. It's like a flat right front on Cartwright's ride. Looking at pictures from the DRTV live broadcast. There are multiple camera coverage here. See Cartwright backing away from the scene. See safety crews work to remove those 2 cars. None of the cars hung up. We can see Wrecker pulled up to the back of the Connor Sellers ride. Got that car up in the air and ready to pull away. Cartwright with the 2B headed toward the pit area.
Well, Barry, remember back a few weeks ago, the 014 of Brad Schaefer led a large portion of the feature, looked real strong, and then I believe the last time the modifieds were out, there was a lot of smoke showing from that car. They come back tonight, appears to be a brand new car, and they've got the motor woes under control, and he's looking strong out front here 18 laps in as he's led from the drop of the green. Travis Smith back in second, still searching for career win number 1. He's knocking on the door in the 33T machine. And then Jesse Klein, talked with him over this past week. He's been real happy with how his car has ran this year, but he's had some real bad luck the last several races. So he was telling me he was really looking to turn it around. Of course, we've talked about the 280 of Justin Holland, former sportsman track champion here about 10 years ago now. Really taken about 5 years off of racing. He's been out to a couple local tracks here the last few weeks. Tonight making his return to 5 Mile Point, I believe 4 seasons. He's running back in 4th after starting 16th. So he's moved up all the way up to 4th from here on lap 18, I should say. Brad Shaleski running in 5th. He's looking strong in that Academy Transmission 14Z machine. He was the winner of this race. I believe it was back in 2016, his one and only career modified win. So he's within the top 5. And all night long, it seemed as though Brian Malcolm in the 119 was struggling. Your point leader coming into tonight, but take a look at him. He's knocking on the door of the top 5 back there in 6th in the Grimm Construction 119 machine. Then the 34 of Rusty Smith. He was the winner of our first extra distance race back in the spring, the Doug Worthing race. Picked up that win and has been strong every time that he's been here in 2019 as Scott Landers rejoins the field in the 3J. White flag being displayed by Raymond Kennerup. We're ready to go back to racing next time by. And here comes Brandon Walters back out in the Big Top Ice Cream 22 machine. After another trip to the pits, we'll send it back to Barry.
Well, thank you, sir. Yes, sir. We are ready to go back to green here. Lap 18. Green flag back in the air, and here come the Sunoco Modifieds. Schaefer right back to the point. Everybody follows suit, staying in line. They head down the back straightaway. Some drama in the back portion of the pack here as Alyssa Cody trying to sort out an ill-handling race car. Up front, the status quo is being maintained amongst the top 5 all the way back through the top 10, really. Single file racing, guys looking like they're trying to just get settled in here and click off some laps as we've still got a long way to go, still shy of halfway here. Lap 20 is gone, now 21. We've got 34 remaining. There goes Justin Holland. He made a challenge to the low side of Jesse Klein, and now Holland is up to the 3rd position. Justin Holland on a tear, and Joey Colston off the pace. Car slow in between 3 and 4. The 151 of Joey Colston putting us back under yellow on lap 22. Colston headed pit side with the 151. .22 laps in, 33 to go. You can see the sail panels come unhooked on the 22B, or the 22 of Brandon Walters, that is. Now he'll head toward the pit area. So as Tyler was saying, it's a good night somewhat for the dark horses here. Guys that you don't necessarily see running up front here every week have been putting on a really great show up here. Travis Smith, as Tyler said, still looking for his first modified win, his sophomore season behind the wheel of a modified. Of course, Justin Holland, we've talked about already, charging up from the 16th position now to run third. He snuck underneath Jesse Klein just one lap ago to take that spot away. Klein now fourth, Zalewski rounds out your top 5. Rusty Smith for 6th. Single file restart, ready to go. Green flag back in the air. Here come the mighty modifieds. Brian Mady got a piece of the front stretch wall. Then he got a piece of Brad Weaver over in 1 and 2. Everybody manages to keep it pointed straight down the back straightaway. Up front, Travis Smith starting to make a bid to the low side of your leader, Brad Schaefer. Smith been coming to life in the last few laps here. Now he's ready to challenge for the number 1 spot. Working to the low side of your leader. Schaefer running the mid to high line on the speedway, right in the center of the groove. And cars sideways coming together in turn 1.
Field getting ready to double up this time out of turn number 4. And let's see, Schaefer. Now he looks like he wants the bottom. Travis Smith was trying to play mind games with him there and get him to switch lanes. So we'll get Schaefer back to the inside as Smith moves to the outside. Great battle going on there for the lead, and a nice battle for 3rd and 4th between Holland and Jesse Klein. They've been going at it here the last 5 or 6 laps as the yellow lights are off. 24 laps complete. We're ready to go back to racing side by side on a 4. They pick it up. Looks like it's going to be Travis Smith getting the jump down into turn number 1. He'll go to work on the outside. He's going to grab the lead. Here comes Holland looking for 2nd.
Back underway with 24 laps completed in the 55th annual Heath Memorial, and a new leader, Travis Smith, the Harpersville Farm and Garden, and we've got a yellow.
That's
the 2B. Ron Cartwright Jr. involved in another one over there. Didn't see what happened, but I'm hearing that he made some contact with the fence on the back straightaway. Scott Landers headed pit side. He had some rumpled sheet metal on the 3J machine. Rough night at the office for Scott Landers. He's been in and out of the pit area several times.
Looks like the left rear possibly down on the Cartwright 2B. He's had a rough night. I believe this is his first start of the season here at the 5 Mile Point Speedway. Involved in a couple tangles here. Looks like the front end might be a little askewed on that Previtz Auto Wrecking 2B machine. So he will probably take that car to the pits. So story right now new race leader 25 laps in. It's Travis Smith, as he got the lead there on that last restart, getting around Schaefer.
And it looks like Smith wants the low sign for this restart. 25 in, 30 remaining. So it's a regular Saturday night feature distance for us as we get started here on lap 25.
Dan Solomon back out. Meanwhile, out in front, here comes Shaleski taking over the number 4 spot. He'll go to work on Holland. He's strong down into turn number 3. But out front, Travis Smith quickly opens up 5 car lengths over Schaefer as he heads down into turn number 1.
Brian Malcolm off the pace here on the front straightaway. Looks like a soft right rear on your point leader's machine. He will duck toward, no, he won't duck toward the pit area. Yellow flag gonna fly as Brian Malcolm rolls slowly through turn 2. Thought he might be headed toward the pit area, but
not sure what the problem is on the 41 of Puckett. He was, just outside of the top 5 after pitting. One of the drivers running alcohol in this field, and if you don't know how alcohol works, basically it's about half the price of the regular racing fuel, but it does burn twice as fast. So these extra distance races, these drivers running alcohol have to really take it easy and just kind of hope that they don't have too many caution laps burning up that fuel. So you saw Puckett early in the stages of this race take that car to the pits. A little bit of a strategy there to try to make it to the end on fuel here, but he's going to have some work cut out for him as he will restart tailing the field. White flag is out this time. We're doubled back up. It's Travis Smith out in front. Once again electing to take the inside for the restart. He will start the race in between 3 and 4 as the yellow lights are off. 27 laps are complete. My mistake. Out of turn 4, we're back underway. Smith on the accelerator, picks up the green flag, leads him down into turn number 1. Shaleski back there in the 14, going to work on the outside. He's looking for the number 3 spot. He's side by side with Holland. They tangle into turn 3.
Holland gets the door shut on Zalewski to maintain control of the number 3 spot as we get back underway. Travis Smith, your new leader, as he has been for the last few laps, already opening up a 3 or 4 car length lead over Brad Schaefer. Schaefer still managing to hang on to that number 2 spot as Holland runs into 3rd position. Zalewski 4th, and he's going to fall under attack by Rusty Smith as they head down the back chute. Brian Malcolm trying to get back to the Speedway with the 119 machine. As Alyssa Cody, her pace slows on the back straightaway. She's very slow in between 3 and 4, and the yellow will fly once more right here on lap 30, leaving us with 25 to go. And the right rear starting to come apart on Cody's ride.
Brian Malcolm back out on the Speedway, your point leader, 2 laps down to the field, 30 laps complete, 25 laps remain. So just shy of what a regular Saturday night of racing is here at the Speedway. So 30 in, 25 remain here in the 55th running of the Heath Memorial, brought to you by Binghamton Truck and Tire Center. The longest running of the Heath Memorial in race history. 1 lap longer than the previous record. And some debris cleared from the Speedway over in turn number 3. They come around, single file restarts from here on out as we're past halfway. As they come down and pick up the white flag, Travis Smith, Brad Schaefer, Justin Holland, Brad Shaleski, and the 34 of Rusty Smith, your top 5. Jesse Klein 6th, Brad Weaver 7th, 8th is Aaliyah Geisler, 9th is Matt Cole, 10th is the 2 of Mady. Yellow lights are off. We're ready to go back to racing as Travis Smith fires over there in turn number 3. Picks it up, leads them back into turn number 1. That car's been strong on the restarts. Quickly opens up 2 car lengths. Here comes Holland. Has to spike the brakes to avoid contact. And now a battle for the number 4 spot between Chalesky and the 34 of Rusty Smith, who's working his way up through the field now.
Smith overhauls Zalewski for possession of the number 4 spot. Working in toward the last half of this 55th annual Heath Memorial. Holland once again ready to challenge Schaefer as they drive into 1 and 2. Holland's got a great drive down on the low side of the speedway, but Schaefer has the momentum to his advantage as they work in the corners. Holland picking the left front as he chases Schaefer. Now looking up there on the high side of the speedway, but that's going to open the door for Rusty Smith. Smith sides down to the low side. He's ready to challenge Holland. A little bit of contact over there in turn 3. See if they can get it sorted out off turn 4. Holland holding off the charge from Rusty Smith thus far as he works on Brad Schaefer.
Out front, Travis Smith opening up nearly a straightaway. You watch the battle for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Those guys have been racing real hard back there. What that's doing is allowing Smith to run away with the race right now. Just about a straightaway out in front. Meanwhile, Schaefer has been able to hold off a couple challenges from Justin Holland, who pushes up. Rusty Smith kind of bobbles, jumps the cushion, so they lose some more ground. There's Chalesky back in 5th. That's a great 3, make it 4-car battle for 2, 3, and 4, and 5 on the speedway.
Yes, Tyler, it is an entertaining battle for second on back, but while that's going on, as you said, Travis Smith is running away and hiding. Almost a half lap now, his advantage over the battle for second. In that battle, Rusty Smith starting to make some hay for the high side of the speedway. Smith throwing the cushion back so hard at that time. Over there in 3 and 4, he picked up a push as he slammed that right rear up against the cushion. Cars tangled in turns 3 and 4. Leader barely snaking his way through. Brian Mady, Alyssa Cody, and Solomon, Dan Solomon involved. Well, that allows us to catch our breath for just a moment there, and a big lead evaporates for Travis Smith. That car has been so strong on the restarts, it'll be interesting to see if any of these guys have anything for him. How about Brad Schaefer having a great run here with this new ride?
There you wonder these extra distance races, what it does to the tires. Obviously, guys don't want to overheat those tires, so what you'll see, the inside, obviously lots of moisture down there. You'll see some guys take the car down to the bottom. Looks like Travis Smith might be doing that, trying to keep those tires cool under caution, doesn't want to overheat them. What that does is wear the tire out and basically gives you no grip when you get on the throttle. So these guys are trying to keep those tires cool, but lots of moisture in the speedway tonight. Obviously that rain earlier, it's been a racy track. Travis Smith has gone to the outside when he's had to, but he's got the car dialed in on the bottom. Schaefer led the first, 20 laps, 25 laps, and has maintained second, but he's had his hands full. And looks like some smoke coming out of the 119 of Malcolm, your point leader. He's 2 laps down. He might want to consider just taking that car to the pits. And he will pull down to the infield now. So your top 5, Travis Smith continuing to lead over Brad Schaefer. Justin Holland is 3rd. 4th is Rusty Smith. Brad Chalesky is 5th. Those 3 and 4 cars have really been going at it here the last.
11's trying to come back.
11 is not coming back out on the track. Send her back. 11, you need to go keep pit. Alyssa Cody in the 11 has been told to take it to the pits. A rule here at the Speedway, 3 cautions. If you're involved or cause 3 cautions, you are done for the night. She's been involved in 3 cautions, so she will have to park the 11 machine for the remainder of the evening. 38 laps are complete. Travis Smith looking for his first win. How many fans out there want to see Travis Smith pick up his first win? How about Brad Schaefer looking for his first win in that 014? Are there any Justin Holland fans left from a few years ago? Rusty Smith, always a fan favorite. How many think Rusty Smith can pull it off running fourth?
We'll be looking at a white flag this time by. Get back under green. Once again, your leader, Travis Smith. That last green flag run, he was able to scoot away and hide as the battle was thick for possession of the spots second, third, and fourth on back. If Smith had a rear view mirror, he would have been enjoying the show as the continuous combat for second, third, and fourth, allowing Smith to get away. We will see what we'll get from this next green flag run as the green flag flies one more time. Smith right back up on his pony, leading him down to 1 and 2. Jesse Klein getting shuffled out of the deck. He's going to go all the way to the caboose with the 59J, a heartbreaker for Jesse Klein. They had such a good night for the 59 machine. And there goes Justin Holland underneath Schaefer. Little bit of contact made on the front bumper of Schaefer, and
Yellow, 11, you are done. Park it. Get that goddamn fucking car off the track. Right out in front of the fucking field. Get that car off the track. Take a record over there. Look into the rear of the car and do not drop it until this race is over.
so back under yellow here, 39 laps in. Alyssa Cody will clear the speedway, and we will come to white.
Slow down in the pits, 11. Coming to white. I agree. She shouldn't this get anyone. Okay, so she shouldn't be screw up like that.
We're ready to go back to green.
She's about 39 laps by herself.
39 laps complete into the final stages of the 55th annual Heath Memorial. Travis Smith in the Harpersville Farm and Garden sponsored 33T, chasing his first career victory, and what a victory it would be if he can pull it off. Green flag flies, we're back underway.
They race into turn number 1. Justin Holland has been trying to get that inside to work, but Brad Schaefer so far just a little bit faster, but he opens up the door there into turn number 4, but maintains the second spot. Smith comes down, clicks off lap number 40. 15 laps remain. Keep your eyes on the battle for second, third, and fourth as Holland pushes up. Here comes Rusty Smith looking for the number 3 spot.
Yeah, Holland had this pass just about pulled off, but he got snookered by that last yellow flag. Had to go back to the previous lap, which put him back behind Schaefer. Now he's in the position of having to chase one more time and in danger of falling into the clutches of Rusty Smith. Zalewski still there holding down the number 5 spot. Brad Weaver having a strong run in the 6th position with the 113. Aaliyah Geisler riding in the 7th spot. 8th is Matt Cole, and 9th Dan Solomon.
The battle continues for positions 2, 3, and 4. Rusty Smith, he raced up all the way from the back of the pack to get up into the number 4 spot, but has been having a hard time cracking his way into the top 3. He goes back to work down on the bottom, out of turn number 4. Nothing brewing this time. Shaleski continues to run back in 5th, but how about the run for Travis Smith? This time out of turn number 4, 45 in, 10 laps remain. Smith has opened up a straightaway once again in the Harpersville Farm and Garden 33T.
Again, we see this brilliant battle for second, paying dividends to your leader, Travis Smith, as he is able to put all his sails in the wind. Growing his advantage as the laps click off. We are in the final stages. Schaefer also having one of the best runs of his career, holding down the number 2 spot under constant pressure from Justin Holland. Now he gets real pressure on the back bumper as Holland applies the chrome horn. Holland wants to get by, but Schaefer has the line as we work on lap 47. Holland now up to the high side of the speedway. He's getting ready to throw anything that he can possibly try to work up there for that number 2 spot. As he works the cushion, Rusty Smith prowls down on the hub of the speedway.
Holland to the outside. He's been had problems for Brad Schaefer, a heartbreak. He ran an excellent race, and he pulls to the infield with just 6 to go. So now it's Travis Smith with over a straightaway. Justin Holland starting to wind it up on the outside. He's going to need a caution to catch Travis Smith, is this time out of turn 4. The hand coming out from Raymond Kenner up 50 in, 5 to go. It's all Travis Smith looking for career win number 1 in the 55th running of the Heath Memorial.
The final moments here in drama building for the Sunoco Modifieds. Sophomore modified pilot looking for his first career win. Justin Holland would love to tie a bow on his return to 5 Mile Point Speedway, but he has got a whole half a lap if he wants to reel in your leader. When they come by this time, they'll be looking at the parallel popsicle sticks. 2 more trips around the speedway. Just 1/2 of a mile remaining for Travis Smith.
Smith having to contend with the lap traffic here. Looks like Justin Holland is starting to close in, but again, gonna need a caution as out of turn number 4, white flag flies. One more time around the quarter mile for Travis Smith as he sets it into turns 1 and 2. Now down the backstretch for the final time into 3.
He's going to drive that Harpersville Farm and Garden car into turn 3, and he'll swing it off turn 4 to a pair of waving checkered flags, fist pumping across the line, Travis Smith. Justin Holland with a brilliant run comes home in the number 2 spot. Rusty Smith 3rd, Brad Zalewski 4th. Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it, your 55th annual Heath Memorial, and a first-time modified feature winner, Travis Smith, on his way to talk to Tyler Harpel in 5 Mile Point Speedway, Victory Lane. Brad Weaver rounds out your top 5. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank you for coming. If you're on your way to your vehicle, thank you for coming out and joining us. Thank you for all your patience and cooperation through all the curveballs and the changes that we had to make to get this program in a timely fashion here tonight. What a fantastic night of racing, a night of memories here as we did our Hall of Fame inductions and had a moment to go down memory lane with all of our old timers here. Some brilliant racing in all of our divisions, and we cap things off with a first-time feature winner in the modified division here at the Heath Memorial 55th anniversary edition here at the 5 Mile Point Speedway. Tyler's down there with the silver bowl, waiting for Travis Smith to report to the victory lane. If you're on your way home, once again, thank you for joining us. Drive home safely. Please remember, if you've been enjoying any adult beverages here at the Speedway tonight, use a designated driver. We want everyone to get home safe so that you can be back here next week or at another time for another night of racing action here at the 5 Mile Point Speedway. As he rolls up onto the ramp and approaches victory lane for the first time, I'll send it down to Tyler Harpel in 5 Mile Point Speedway victory lane.
Travis Smith pulling up in the Harpersville Farm and Garden 33T. Winner of the 55th Heath Memorial, presented by Binghamton Truck and Tire Center, and career win number 1 for Travis Smith. It's been a long time coming. He's had a lot of close runs. He had a nearly photo finish about a month ago. Couple second place finishes in his career. He's been to victory lane here in the Open Sportsman Division a couple times a few years ago. But his first career modified win at any track coming here tonight at the 5 Mile Point Speedway and the 55th running of the Heath Memorial. So Travis has got the belts off down here in victory lane. Trying to get a beverage down here. He's getting his one-way radio taken off, and some congratulations down here by the pit crew. And here he is climbing out of the car. He can hear you. How about a hand for Travis Smith, winner of the 55th running of the Heath Memorial. Travis doing the roof dance, ecstatic down here in victory lane. That's a nice trophy. I'll tell you what, you've closed so many times. You've real bad luck the last couple weeks, I'd say. What does this one feel like?
Well, I've wanted to be up on this hill for the last few years. I mean, I've been coming here. I sat on the back stretch watching Who Knows race here a long time ago, and I always wanted to race. I had to be out here. It's this place has taken a couple from me. I'm glad to finally get one. I don't know. I'm just so happy. I had a bunch of crew here tonight. My family's here. My wife, my daughter. They let me do it. This is amazing.
Early stage, you were running second there. Car was fast. You were trying to get around Ed Schaefer there. He had a good run going, but then right around the halfway point, you were able to get by him there. Sorry about that. And talk about that move to get by him.
Well, I had a couple runs on him on the outside there, but he was going to the fence trying to protect the lead, which I don't blame him there at all. And then he started to push up a little bit, so I started back up the corner, and I just got a good run there and stood on it and hoped I made the pass by turn 2.
Now, what were you thinking there as the race gets closer to the end? You had a caution with like 15 to go. The car came out right in front of you. What's going through your mind when you've been so close to that first win and then something like that happens?
Well, it only makes sense that there'd be a bunch of cautions when I'm trying to get the first one out of the way, but it is what it is, man. It's awesome. I just kept my eyes peeled and paid attention to what was going on and tried to stay smooth. I'm sure somebody could have caught me there towards the end. I could feel the tire going away. I just want to keep the car straight and not get beat on the outside. That wasn't going to happen.
So I guess the 48 held up just enough for you, right?
Yeah, sure enough. I haven't seen it, so sure enough. Good enough.
Well, congratulations. What a night to get your first win, and I know there's a lot of people that you got to thank for this one.
Yeah, I got to thank Harpersville Farm and Garden, Doug's Speed Shop, everybody on this car here, my stepfather with Vietnam Veterans of America, Fastline Performance on the shocks. He really turned me around. New York State Police, New Jersey State Police, family members. Just try to support them and all the crew that was here tonight, Ed and Dale's son, and Larry and Nick. It's just been great.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, how about a hand for Travis Smith, winner of the 55th running of the Heath Memorial. And the winner of the missing the weight for the tire down in the infield, Liana Wheeler. You have a $100 gift card in Victory Lane. So come on down into Victory Lane if you want to claim that. Here is the 50-50. Blue ticket 393-6160. 393-6160. If you have that, come on down into Victory Lane and see Marcy. Make our way down here. Get a word with Justin Holland. Justin, been a while. I can remember when I first started out announcing, interviewing you. It's been 4 years or so since you raced here at the point, and it was like you picked up where you left off.
It's been 4 years since I sat in a race car, so this is only my third night back in the car, and pretty good night.
Looked like the car was pretty good for you anywhere. You were trying to get that outside dialed in, but it's obviously very finicky up there. You don't want to get up and out of the groove. And right towards the end, it looked like you got it kind of dialed in on the outside.
Yeah, I needed momentum. I needed some laps in a row, and so many cautions. I just couldn't gain enough momentum to catch them. And the 33 just drove away, and I got stuck. But, it happens.
First time back, I guess the second place isn't so bad.
Not at all. I'll take it.
All right, how about a hand for Justin Holland, your second place finisher here tonight. And we'll make our way down to Rusty Smith. Oh, not bad. Rusty, welcome back up into the podium area up here. Your car seems to work pretty well for these longer races. Looked like you kind of got bottled up there. You made your way up to the front pretty quick in the beginning, and then kind of got bottled up there towards the middle stages, though.
Yeah, I felt pretty good when we were up to 7th. We started behind the 22, and he just went nowhere, and we lost 3 spots. The 280, the 119, and the 14 all got back by us. And that kind of put us back to 10th on the next restart. But, we slowly picked our way back up. I passed the same cars like 5 or 6 times, I think, during this race. I just wasted a lot of time getting through some of the traffic. The cautions came out at horrible times for me. I get rolling the outside pretty good, and the cars were running on the bottom, and then the caution would come out, and I think they changed their mind when we went back green.
Well, still a third place finish for you, so I guess it's not awful.
No, not at all. There's a lot of cars here today. The track was a little tricky today. It's funny because it's slippery in some spots, from mud slippery, and then it's slippery from not having any bite in others, and then there's others that's got a ton of bite. So kind of pick and choose how you went through the corner depending on what kind of run you got coming out. But it was tricky. I would have liked to got up front a little bit earlier. I think we had a car that was fast enough to win. Congratulations to the 33 team. They're good buddies of ours. They deserve it. So had a good day, and I'll be back in a couple weeks.
All right, how about a hand for your top 3 tonight? Travis Smith, Justin Holland, and Rusty Smith, the top 3 in the 55th running Heath Memorial. So for myself and
my 2 brothers, the promoters of the Speedway, we'd like to thank you for coming out to the Speedway here tonight for a big night of racing, the 55th running of the Heath Memorial, brought to you by Binghamton Truck and Tire Center. Thank you for coming out. It started a little bit due to the rain, but we got in. So thanks for coming out. We'll see you all in 2 weeks, and have a safe trip home. Tire weighed 6,325